I say it over and over again, isn't it? It's kind of a bit like a broken record, so I am really sorry to anyone who's watched all my reactions, and I say the same thing over and over again. But it's such a big statement that I really feel like I need to hammer it home, you know? Who else? Who else on earth can you compare to this? Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're reacting to someone who we reacted to just a couple days ago. It wasn't even that long ago when I last uploaded a video reacting to this artist, but I always say that when this artist uploads, we try and catch these videos, because in every single reaction that I do to Dimash, I always say about how I believe he has the greatest voice on planet Earth. So why would I not react to him? Why would I not watch his videos when I generally believe that we're watching a work of art? It doesn't feel like we're just listening to a song. It sort of gives you that feeling of, where were you when you heard this song by Dimash? It feels more like an event than just a song, which is mental saying. Now, Dimash is a singer from Kazakhstan. When you think of the powerhouses in music, you do think of America and England when it comes to, and in more recent years, Japan and Korea as well. Having someone like this, where they're from a nation that is, you know, not expected to be a powerhouse in the music industry, and then they have arguably the greatest male singer of all time from their nation. It's so cool. It feels like such an anomaly, which is perfect, because when you listen to his voice, it's an anomaly. There's no one who sounds like him. There's no one who can do anything like him. So I think it just adds a little bit to the character of the whole situation. The fact that this feels like it's not human, you know? Everything about listening to a Dimash song feels like an anomaly, because it's better than any song that we tend to listen to. It's incredible. Now, he uploaded a video called Gashyqtyq, a song, just 19 hours ago. So that's what we'll be doing today. We'll be reacting to Dimash's new video called Gashyqtyq for the very, very first time in a European's blind reaction to Dimash. What I expect from this song is more of the same. I expect to be blown away. I do. And it's weird, because when you expect the amazing to happen, it feels less amazing, but not with Dimash. It is that good that it still gives you that wow factor. If you enjoy the reactions, please do subscribe, and if they are blurred due to copyright reasons, then you can find the unblurred versions on my Patreon. And also, just a quick add-on as well, as I said, we reacted to Dimash just a couple of days ago, so I will link the former video in the comments as well, so if you guys want to check that out, you can feel free to. We'll always react to Dimash as he releases his music, so if you enjoy Dimash reactions, then please do subscribe. Let's get started with Gashyqtyq by Dimash for the very, very first time in a blind reaction.
Қоңыр көзге жылу берген, қараңғыға жарық берген сәулеңнің тұтқын аман, жүзі жылы мұңы.
As soon as I hear his voice again, I'm immediately like, we're in for such a treat. As soon as my brain is climatized, and you know, we go like, this is who we're listening to today, I can't help but smile.
Жанарыңнан жәудіреген әсетім бақыт сырын. Ғашықтықтың мұңы қандай, дәрменсіз жаныңа түнек, әрі жегі жоқ зындандай, аласұрыпсан соғамын, сағынамын.
It almost sounds like he's whispering at this point. It feels so much more emotive and expressive than normal. It really feels heavy-hearted, this part of the song.
Сағип болған сезімімді көрме, жүрегің өспеді.
What a talent as well. The fact that his voice is that good and he can play piano as well. It's kind of unfair, isn't it?
Алынбайтын қамалымсың, жазылмайтын дастанымсың, жаралы қалам кермін. алып сезім айдынында, махаббаттың майданында жеңілген майдан.
I feel already quite nervous and in suspense with this whole build-up. I really do. Wow.
Gashyqtyqтың мұңы қандай, дәрменсіз жаныңа түнек, әрі шегі жоқ зындандай.
He is so incredible. He is so damn incredible.
Сабыламын, кертеме дава таба алмай. Ғашықтық тағдырымнан ауқым еті, әңгіге қайып болған жан, тыныш табамның бекеті, сағип болған сезімі.
I don't mean to sound like a broken record because I say this every single time we watch a Dimash video, but right now we are listening to the greatest voice on planet Earth. I say it over and over again, isn't it? It's kind of a bit like a broken record, so I am really sorry to anyone who's watched all my reactions, and I say the same thing over and over again. But it's such a big statement that I really feel like I need to hammer it home, you know? Who else? Who else on Earth can you compare to this? You can't. There's no one. There's no one even close. It's mental. All of this whole song just felt like a build-up. It's slowly getting more and more powerful. And it makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You almost hung in suspense just waiting. It's such an odd feeling. Every single second of the song has just been more of a build-up to a build-up to a build-up. And it's getting more and more powerful. And it's really gripping you as a listener. Oh my. And something about the music video as well, the fact that it's like the orchestra is based around him and he's in the middle. Normally when you watch people, you know, performing with an orchestra, the orchestra have their own section and then the artist is sort of in their own little category. My perfect example of this is Metallica. Metallica are a heavy metal band. They have their own orchestra for a lot of their songs. They're always in their sort of own little segment. Him being the center of it really adds to the feeling of him being special, because he really is special. Him being the sort of center of this whole like classical music is the big one. Classical music is the most influential music in history. That genre of music is uncomparable and undeniable. When you think of the biggest names in music history, you think of Beethoven and Mozart. And with Dimash being the sort of center of this, such a huge collection of people performing this incredibly influential music, it really just makes him feel that little bit more special. I've been thinking that the whole way through this music video.
Ғашықтық. Ғашықтықтың мұңы қандай, дәрменсіз жаныңа түнек, әрі шегі жоқ зындандай. Аласұрып сан соғамын, сағынамын.
It's just lovely listening to him.
Дертіме дауа таба алмай. Ғашықтық.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Awesome video. And it's literally what I said from the beginning. It's what I said from the beginning. It felt like it was amazing. And you knew it was going to be amazing, but at no point did that make it any sort of less punchy and less awe and jaw-dropping, because you knew what you were getting. It still felt like an incredible masterpiece listening to it. And one other thing that I really want to say, when you think of the Eastern European language, it's quite a aggressive style of speaking. It's very and very almost given like a little bit of a confrontational vibe. Like everyone always jokes about how, especially in Western Europe, we always joke about how Germans, for example, sound equivalent to the French and the Spanish and the British and obviously the Americans who speak English. It's not poking fun. It's just sort of a more of a, like the differences are really funny. Like we find it quite amusing that we say ambulance, the French say ambulance, and the Germans say Krankenwagen. It just, it's just a different way of speaking. Having said that though, Dimash has no difficulty sounding incredibly amazing when pronouncing those more harsher tones, those harsher notes, those words that don't sound as elegant to say. He still is the greatest singer on earth. He still really is. And he actually makes it sound amazing. He makes it sound so beautiful that that sort of running sort of joke that we have, and again, it's not a joke that we like a poke fun at. It's more of just us laughing at, as I said, the discrepancies between the two languages. We find it really amazing. It makes you sort of be like, huh, that whole sort of, that's wrong. It just feels wrong. When you listen to him sing like that, you're like, well, if anything, he's just made it sound more beautiful than how English could ever sound, It's really, really amazing. Really amazing. That was more of the same. Every single time I click on one of this guy's videos, it's just that. I really do, and it's bizarre. It's really bizarre because before being a reaction channel, I had never heard of Dimash. No one else I know, other than my brother, who's also a reaction channel, knows who Dimash is. I've met thousands of people throughout my life, all over Europe, and no one I've known has ever mentioned Dimash to me. And it feels like Dimash is such an amazing singer that if you knew who he was, you would talk about it. As soon as a good singer's mentioned, you'll be like, oh yeah, Freddie Mercury, Frank Sinatra, Dimash, But I haven't. And it feels almost wrong. Someone this good is not talked about. It was really, really wrong. And I think if Dimash was as popular as he should be, then that sort of joke that happens when people sort of talk about the discrepancies between languages from Eastern and Western Europe, I think that joke would have been long gone. Long gone. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the reaction. Let me know if you guys can understand what I mean, where I believe it's more difficult for singers in Eastern Europe to be as amazing, to be as appreciated in Western culture as one's already from the Western culture. It feels like there's already a bias in music. Let me know if you guys see that as well, or if you think I was just rambling. Just yell at me if you think I was rambling. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Another incredible song by Dimash. If he ever uploads any more, you know we'll be catching them. So I'll see you there. Take care. Bye bye.